Yeah, see, you got
Are the cameras?
No, they're not. That's why I'm like.
I can't even
Come on,
see.
shooter. Come on, shooter.
I guess.
We valid?
Camera should be hot first.
Cool. We valid? Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I was saying, I guess camera should be hot first.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to like get at. You know, what it do was good, what's popping, y'all. It's your homie ATM.
It's your boy O.
And we are the Lingo Baby. Back again for season 4, part 2.
So nice.
Episode. Help me out here.
It's episode 4 of part 2.
Okay.
And we're doing Militant Leagues, episode 9.
Thank you. Season 4, episode 9, or season 4, part 2, episode 4. Yeah.
Head bust.
Facts. But anyways, after we figured that out, we got another guest for y'all, as always, as this season has been.
Guest heavy.
Guest heavy, very, yeah. Interview after interview after interview. But with that being said, thankfully another Brooklyn native.
Yes, sir.
You know, always good to have homegrown guests. Second chef. I'm glad we brought people who cook on the show.
Yeah,
I find what y'all do to be very much so art, and we like to talk to creative people. So, you know what I'm saying?
Art and the science.
You know, like, that shit's, and it's culture passed down at the end of the day. With that being said, I'm going to let you introduce yourself the best way you know how.
Alright, Judah. I am Chef Jew on IG. Self-made, my personal page. Brooklyn born and raised, you know.
Absolutely.
SU grad, 2020.
Yes, sir.
A proud alum.
Proud of,
Yeah,
proud, a little skimp on the proud, but
a little bit.
yeah.
But alum nonetheless.
Alum.
Wow. Speaking of which, I actually had just brought up this point to you earlier, and I was like talking to him, and I was like, in a way, like as people who still attend, I guess on like my end, in a way, the brand that you created out there with like the cooking business out there, kind of like. It held weight, no cap, because like even like now, as like somebody who still attends, like if I ever like bring you up in regards to whatever situation or like whatever, sometimes I'll have to say it's for the culture, for people to be like, oh, okay, I know who you're talking about. So it's like, I don't know if you ever knew that it held that kind of weight. Like, were you aware of that whatsoever?
I mean, sort of, kind of. Like, we had some, you know, hype towards, like, I would say my junior year coming into senior year, but... Yeah, no big, oh, like we this big thing on campus. We just, came in and we did the things that we like to do.
Right.
But, that's it.
And that's how the cooking started,
That's
I assume?
It. Yeah, that's it. Actually, yeah. It was freshman year, actually. I gained way too much weight. I was spending too much money on outside food.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I know how to cook, so we just looked for... the best time frame to, unveil this whole thing. And started sophomore year. We started it off, small plates. They like, hey, today we got like 10 plates. And then it, kind of took off from there. So
where were you guys cooking freshman year?
Freshman year, all right. Illegally out of South Campus. But, things got hot. We did an interview with the Daily Orange. And then, like, I think some people that worked in, like, health services or, like, something like that was like, all right, you guys cannot do this. So then we had to, lay low for a tad bit. And then we took it full force once I moved into UV. And then, yeah.
Leave it to Q's to kill black excellence.
Leave it to Q's. Fuck Syracuse.
Nah, bro, that's sick. Like,
fuck Syracuse.
Just shut y'all down. Like, we're gonna shut y'all down from South. But how about y'all move to like, a sanctioned kitchen, or like.
So like their concern was more so like, you guys don't have like permits and a license, and if somebody gets sick, then that could cause problems on their end because we're doing it on their grounds. But nobody ain't get sick, But
right.
Syracuse is Syracuse. We got to, abide by their rules. But we found ways to, cut some corners and, continue doing what we like to do.
No, that's amazing, bro. I definitely got put on to sport culture my sophomore year. So I believe that was your junior year.
Yeah.
And, like, money was a huge
It was
huge, like,
I was the
customer,
one.
bro. So
Yeah,
just like,
that's a fact.
but then they got to the point just like, yo, it's either do I want a cop or do I want for the culture? I'm like,
No, that
bro,
literally is what it came
that.
down
Like,
to every single time. Because sophomore year, I lived on Main. And my homies,
so you know with Ubering to
yeah,
sell.
that was
yeah,
not.
facts.
Me and him.
Yeah.
It was so funny because it was.
Our freshman year, we had Blue Star Taxi.
That's ridiculous.
And running up by the minutes.
Oh my god, no, that's ridiculous.
You paid like $20 to get this out from me. Easily.
What?
Easily.
Shit, me?
Wait, and don't talk about you going to the mall.
I'll give you $35.
$20?
One way. They was taxing.
They just had to. Wow. That's. Hey,
Hey,
shout out y'all.
bro, yeah, nah.
Oh,
What the fuck?
What? Y'all dedicated. But fucking yeah, and then sophomore year, so me and him lived on Main, but all our homies lived on Slocum. And I just remember I would have to plan my day around that. Like I was like, okay,
word.
my food gonna be ready at this time, so let me head to Slocum at this time, so that way I'll be right there, so I could just That's how it used to go.
That's crazy.
And everybody in the crib literally used to look at me and be like, yo, that looks mad good. And I kept looking at them and I was like, yo, it's for the culture. I'm telling y'all to order. Y'all don't listen.
I appreciate it.
It was
for
very
real.
funny, yeah. It was like a very full circle kind of thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then I got into it. I was like, yo, I feel like it scratched that itch. I feel like as a West Indian kid in like this white people's land, you know, to have some food that remind you of home type shit. You know, like it definitely helped me a lot, bro. 100%.
Yeah, like when I first came to Syracuse, I figured that like somebody would have, had something like this established prior, but came on campus, we couldn't find no food. Like you could ask Omar, we used to be searching for food all over Syracuse, like, and nothing. So I knew how to cook since I was like 10.
Word.
Yeah, like 10. And I said, if given that space, then I could do what I do. And then I did what I did.
Yeah.
And that's it.
What inspired you to start cooking at 10?
I loved food. Like I loved like shows on like how to cook and things like that. And I always wanted to be a chef as a kid. Like from as long as I could remember, that was probably like the first thing that I said like I wanted to be was like a chef. And then back then I was just heavy into like cooking and just learning that craft. And I got the chance to go to Iron Chef America, like a live taping in the 5th grade. Yeah. And then I think after then, that's when like my spark and like, drive for it just became more,
Real.
Yeah.
Like a spark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, bro. That's dope.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, like, I grew up watching like those cooking shows, but like I feel like I only like to watch them a lot when I was like starving. I don't know why.
Whoa, no way.
Not me starving.
Not even
like,
putting yourself through it,
bro.
bro.
You know something like eating like a PB&J where you close your eyes, switch your hot shit, and you just think about
Not the
it.
PB&J.
Like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got, your Chinese food. Now it's Michelin star. You know what I'm saying?
That's a Michelin star
In
meal.
your mind.
Nah, yeah. I think it's funny because, like, as being the only person... It's funny because of us two, like, I expected you to order more food because you are West Indian. I was like...
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
True.
That's tough.
Ain't it?
I picked up a bad habit sophomore year, so I had to fuel that. But like, guess got really smacked. And I'm just like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you know how many PB&Js this man made sophomore year? Like, it was really
Peanut
like...
butter and jelly?
Yo, like, all Slocum.
We ain't touched those shit.
Mad PB&Js. That was like a staple, bro. It was like... Omar would sit there hungry and be like...
Nah.
Omar would really sit there hungry and be like, a PB&J. And I would see him go to the cabinet of houses that were not ours. Our homies' cabinets. Find PB&J and fucking make a PB&J. And I'd be sitting there. That's like,
crazy.
bro.
Slappable.
Like, ridiculous.
I lived on Main. I didn't have a kitchen. I feel like I got into cooking my junior year.
Definitely.
Next year. Yeah, like definitely just like fuck it, try my own shit out. And then the summer prior I got more into cooking my own shit. So I feel like now I'm like, but I feel like the hardest part is just finding like groceries, like staples, like like when you go grocery shopping, like what are like your go-tos? Or do you know like there's like a better way to grocery shop to plan for your week?
As of recently, I would say like probably like the last 2 months, I make like 70% of the things I pick up, like greens, vegetables, things like that. One, it's healthier. Two, it saves you a lot more money. I will go probably get some fish, some chicken, maybe like a steak or like a lamb, and
Lamb.
yeah.
We was just talking about
yeah,
lamb earlier.
lamb.
That's mad funny.
Lamb slaps.
Yeah.
Lamb is king.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just a lot of vegetables, a lot of greens, a couple proteins, and then some little snacks here and there, some things to just keep around the house. But yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I be trying to like plan like specific meals and just pick up specifically those things, and then like I make that one thing, and I'm just like, fuck, I need to go grocery shopping again. Like,
for more shit.
Yeah, I feel like
Yo,
don't make sense.
I could definitely relate to that, but you just need to say, all right, like make this your base for tonight, and then you work around that. So like plan out like each meal by each day. Yeah.
It's funny because like I watch my mom like go grocery shopping, and I used to go grocery shopping for my mom, and like I still do, and it's like she'll give me her list of shit. I'll just sit there and I'll be like, she can make a lot of things from this, and I'm just like, I never picked up the habit. It was so funny. Like I did it for my mom for mad long, never picked up that because I'm the same way. Like I'll go and I'll be like, all right, if I'm buying this, what the fuck am I gonna use it for? And then I'm just like what the fuck am I gonna cook with this? And I'm like, okay, maybe. And then, but I don't like. My mom knows how to buy shit for like longevity. Yeah. My mom's one of those like. My mom shops in a very interesting way. I think parents just know also how to shop for like long term shit.
My mom was the exact same way. Yeah. Like we had chicken to last for 2 weeks. We had this to last for 2 weeks. Everything was like for like 2 week span.
Frozen.
2 week spans, and then you want to throw that shit out when it's ready. Yeah.
You know, when it's this time, mad different cuts of meats and shit.
Mad shit just in the freezer full. Just
bro, like I've definitely had to like fight with my mom's freezer to close
it,
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely felt that.
You know, it makes no realistic sense why there's so much shit in here, bro. Like, so I'm just like, yo, I don't know. I definitely don't buy groceries like that. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing mad grocery shopping.
I'm telling you, you'll save a lot of money. A lot of money. Like you'll see it. Way more. Trust me.
Was like so as a what was it? Wait, what was your major in?
My major was sociology.
I was thinking like he's going in for like.
Shout out to Soch. You know, but yeah, I was a sociology major.
Interesting. I'm thinking you were going for like culinary, something like that.
Nah. I guess I took the approach of like school in a more like realistic sense, as into where like being a chef is not like as ideal. So like I wanted to go into Q's, learn something that I could like take multiple, realms.
Yeah.
And then so it's like I fell in love with Soch, but then I always had, me and this whole like chef thing on the back end. Like, all right, like if this don't work, then I could always fall back on this. Like I always have a way to make money. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's interesting because if anything, like by your logic, I would say you kind of went the wrong route. Because because I would say in that regard, like going full throttle on the chef shit, guaranteed. Sociology, you got a degree that it's flexible, but it's like no cap. I'm graduating with a communications degree. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, my nigga. Like that shit's mad flexible. Like I did it because it was flexible and because I do mad shit on the side. You know what I'm saying? But in that logic of like doing something that was like realistic or like concrete, you didn't really choose a major that's necessarily that concrete either. I
mean, but culinary school is bread.
That's a fact.
I don't have.
That is a fact.
I went to Syracuse for 4 years. I left with like pennies to pay back. So in that sense, it's like, all right, I could go here, learn all these skills to be this chef with no guarantee and like land in like a permanent, job or like a gig.
Right.
Rather as in, all right, I can learn bare shit in Q's, pay way less than what I would pay if I was to go to culinary school.
Right.
And I landed a job fresh out of college. Yeah,
You were HOP or?
Yeah.
Who's that? What council?
Dave.
What's up? Craig.
Oh, Craig.
Yeah, that's up.
My guy.
Yes, Money Man Craig. Shout out Money Man Craig.
I wish niggas told me about EGOP in high school.
Bro, it was literally just a checkbox. I feel like on the comment app, that's wild fucked up. It says, do you want to be considered for programs that allow you to, just, not pay money back? Yes or no? Yeah. But, and that's it. Like, that's how you get considered for HEOP.
You know what's so funny?
That's
My college application is such a blur. I don't remember shit about Common App.
Really?
I don't remember shit about Common App.
That's
I applied
crazy.
to 15 schools, my nigga.
Oh no, I applied to like 40.
Yo, I
applied to like
Your box
40.
was deep back then, bro.
I'm not even.
Yeah, bro, how you pay for all those applications?
What you mean pay? What you mean pay? What you mean pay?
But that many?
Get that fee waived. Yeah.
Wait.
So I was a youth college counselor in my high school. So
Where'd you go to high school?
South Shore.
South
With the South Shore?
I went to South Shore.
Yo.
Victory.
That's-
Facts. Yeah.
South Shore, he's in the mix.
Wow.
Of course,
I went to
yeah.
South Shore.
Yeah, of course.
I went to South Shore once in my life.
You know Anaya, DeAndre, all of them?
Anaya Pork Chop, yeah.
That's my man.
Word? Those my mans.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
Shout out, Shaman.
Shout out Pork Chop, shout out DeAndre. True word.
Oh my god. Nah, I went to South Shore one time in my life. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, I went to South Shore my senior year. This lady by the name of Amelia Wild, she came in. She worked, she had her own thing going on. It was called College Confident. Basically, she worked with high school juniors and seniors, trying to get them 4-year full ride scholarships to schools. And she came to my school. She met with my advisor. My advisor introduced us, and then from there the rest was history. She took me underneath the wing, and she guided me throughout my whole college process. Like she made sure fees were waived for apps. I was going to fly-ins where I was spending weekends at schools. So I spent a weekend at UB. I spent the weekend at Vermont. And then she worked with me step by step to get into Cuse, and then got in.
Yo, that's amazing. Shout out Black women.
Yeah.
Bro. I have the same thing. Same exact thing.
Shout out to Miss E, because she changed my life. For a fact.
Wow, bro.
For a fact.
That's crazy. To have someone to be on you for college and
and
walk you through it.
She was on my ass too. She ain't play that shit. She made sure I had everything in on time. She made sure everything was proofread 10+ times. After every visit, she made me send thank you cards out to admin reps. I remember I visited Syracuse twice.
Oh wow.
In 2015, October, and then November was my interview.
You didn't go to a Ruben house? You said, fuck it, I'm going to...
Nah, I had an interview scheduled for there, but I got lost.
Yeah, I got lost too. I stopped someone on the street yo, where am I?
That's mad funny. Yo.
They was out there looking at me like I was crazy. I was like, all right, somebody got to know what the fuck I'm talking about. And
that's so funny. Why is Ruben house in the cut like that?
That shit's in the cut, and it's up to this day, I can't find that.
Yeah, precisely. Off the top of my head, not really. Yeah.
I can't find it.
I know if I hit Central Park and went too far.
You went too far. You went way too far, yeah.
It's near Central Park. That's all I know for a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just, that's funny as hell. Yo, it's really a small world.
Tiny.
Dead ass.
Nah, son. Oh, man. So, cooking, what are, some of your go-to, meals? It's just, it's a staple.
If I got time, oxtail.
Oxtail?
Off the rip, oxtail. Love me a little oxtail. Not as of recent.
What you know?
I'm not a big fan of
It was
always
that.
happens.
It was. I know.
It always happens. Like I remember I made there was a post on my Facebook memory, like this past weekend, just like say something to get your Caribbean card like revoked. I'm like, no, big fan.
All right, where are you from?
From Trinidad.
You from Trinidad? I mean,
yeah,
that explains a lot, but.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
I feel like I'm the only West Indian I've ever met that's just been like, yeah,
no.
me. I've never heard the yeah, me too. Like I know, like.
No, me. Out of every West Indian person I know, yeah, it's just you.
Yeah, it's definitely just
maybe I need to try it again. I feel like maybe I just need to try
maybe you yeah, facts. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
I'm down to try some oxtail.
Say that. Cool.
So if you have time, oxtail. If you don't have that much time.
Some lamb chops. Some lamb chops. I was by Oak Crib like 3 days ago. And we fucked some lamb chops up. Go to easily. You can never go wrong. Never go wrong.
How do you feel about people that don't know how to cook? Like,
huh?
How do you feel?
How do you feel about people that don't know how to cook at a grown age? Like,
That's just tough.
That's tough.
That's just
it is
tough. But I know that I don't need to depend on nobody to eat. So if I feel like I'm feeling for this, all right, cool.
We'll make that.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. And it's gonna slap every time.
Can you guide someone? Like, could you?
I mean,
I feel like a lot of people like they're just scared. Like they just don't know what they're doing. Like they think about it conceptually. Like, yeah, I know how to cook, and then get there and it's like, what the fuck?
I think people look at cooking as something that's just super complicated. It's not. It's just time. People don't like to take the time to like let their food cook. Like you can't throw water and this and that in a pot and just expect it to taste good. No, it takes time. So yeah, time is the biggest thing when it comes to learning how to cook.
I think people's tongue just built bad too. Like
yeah, like I don't know. All right.
Sense of taste.
I don't know. Some people's hand is just too like crazy on the salt. Some is just too light on the salt. Some just don't know what the fuck they doing.
Do you go off measurements, or are you a person that go off?
No, I eyeball everything. So like my mom, I've never seen my mom use a measuring cup a day in her life.
That's facts.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. So
measured by like the scoops or the pinch, like
I'll be damn.
nothing. Like everything was freehand. It was eyeballed and it slapped every time.
Every single time.
It slapped every time. So I said I need to get like that, and now I'm like that. Yeah.
Would you say your mom pushed you to like learn how to cook?
Not really. She just said, "You cannot come in here when I'm in here." All right, cool. And then that
my mom sometimes.
Yeah. But that like forced me to like stand back and watch. And just by watching her throughout these years, like I've picked up every single thing, like every single thing. The one thing that I don't know how to do is bake. Yeah, but that's just probably because I never really tried. But baking, that's her thing too. But when it came to her and the food, just stand back, watch, and yeah.
Figure it out from there.
Figure it out.
When you have like cook in front of her, has she ever like hawked over you in the kitchen?
Nah.
Or did she let you just go?
No. If I needed her to come and taste things, then like she'll come and taste things and tell me if I needed to, add in some of this or like,
Yeah, that's funny. Kudos to your mom, bro, because I'll never forget when I'm just like, it was me.
I'm weak already.
It's me and my now, and my girl at the time, like, we were just, I forgot what we were making, bro. I think we were making, like, popcorn and shrimp or some shit like that. I forgot what we were doing, but it was, like, a long process. It was, like, a whole thing. And, like, we were already, like, tight at each other, so we were, like, working in silence, and then my mom comes home, and she just did everything. Just like, oh, you're doing that wrong. I'm like, bro, like, yo, honestly,
I can't cook like that.
I
cannot cook like that.
Bro. I just looked at her. I'm just like, yo,
yeah,
leave. So, like, G shit.
Fact.
And after that, I was just like, where?
If I need your help, I would tell you I need your help. If I don't ask you for no help, don't stand over me. Don't.
She's crazy, bro. Like, she's just watching you the whole time. So, like.
Yeah, like you could watch. Just don't micromanage the things that I'm doing. Cause that's gonna bug me. But yeah, just
100%.
stand back. Like I feel like when you cook, or like I guess when you do things that you like to do, like you like it done a certain way, and it's not gonna come out that way if your environment is not like set up the way that you like function to like move. So yeah, for me, just give me that space. If I need the help, then I'll ask for the help. But if not, free me up.
Do you feel like there's any habits you picked up from like watching like your mom or anybody in your family cook? Like habits that are particular. Cause I give you an example, but like my mom's very specific on. Like the one thing about my mom is if I'm cooking, I'm putting whatever I need to put on the stove, in the oven, whatever. I'm doing my dishes immediately. I cannot cook with a dish that's full, like with a sink that's full, or has. And my mom has to have a clear sink all the time, like full around the clock as she's cooking. So she'll do both at the same time.
I mean,
and I picked that up from her. Like I don't like having dishes when I cook.
That I don't really mind. One thing maybe is just like tasting the food like as I go. Like that's one thing that I must do. Like I won't serve food to anybody unless I taste it for myself. And like my mom was the exact same way too. And if something didn't come out the way that she expected it to, she would not serve it. And I'm the exact same way. So if I taste it and it's like, all right, like this is not it, I will scratch the whole thing. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I could see in my younger years how like when I was just starting to cook, like I would not taste that shit until the very end. I don't know why. I feel like I'll just like look at it. And just, like,
it's looking right. Yeah, it's looking right.
That's like cooked in my eyes type shit.
Yeah,
That's some dumb shit.
That's some dumb shit for real.
And until like ultimately I just fucked the food up.
And then started tasting as you go.
Yeah,
you must taste as you go. You must.
I feel like food is like definitely a learning process, like trial and error.
Yeah, facts. Like I've tried to make some shit and shit been fucked up, and then it's like, all right, cool. Next time, not to do this, But
do you try to get outside your comfort zone and try to do like other like cultural foods?
Yeah, I think I really got into exploring out maybe like senior year. Like I'd go out to, I believe, like the Asian market in Q's, and like I'd just like bug out. Like, and in there, like you seeing all types of shit in there. You seeing eels, you seeing frogs, you seeing jellyfish. Yo, they had jellyfish for sale at the Asian food market. I never knew that you could eat that shit. I never knew that you could buy a jellyfish and cook that shit.
Yeah, how do you eat that shit?
I don't know, but that shit was there. But yeah, just like I'd go there. I think it was like a little like Turkish market out there too that we'd get our oxtail from actually, and we just pick up some things and come home and try to put things
put things together.
Yeah.
Oh, another question. That who did we just have this conversation with about the whole like, do you go to one market or several like places?
Oh, Jose.
Who was it?
Yeah, it's pork chop too.
When you do your groceries, like, do you like to go to one market? Or do you know you have certain stores where you gotta go get certain things?
I think it took us some time to find like a consistent like supermarket that had the bulk of everything that we needed. So Tops was just too expensive.
That's right.
Yeah, Tops was taxing. Like Tops was way too expensive. But we went to Tops because Tops was just more convenient. It was right there.
Yeah.
It's not no trip to like a North Syracuse or so
or Target or anything.
Yeah.
You don't hop on the highways.
Yeah, but after like maybe 2 years, like we've been searching for like a consistent spot for 2 years. We found Price Right, and Price Right used to have everything that we needed, and Price Right was more so the closest thing to like a supermarket back home that we got in Syracuse. Like you could find jerk seasoning, you finding everything that every single thing that you need that like we buy home is what they had. So
trying to find cultural items in Syracuse is like
it was terrible.
So why, bro? Because nobody live up
like
there.
It's like it's few to
desert.
Like to find like party wings in Cuse. Like we had to travel far. Like I'm talking like 30 minutes driving to get like
It's a food desert up there.
Yo,
honestly, yeah.
Son.
Like, and I just feel like they had like spawns of like times where they had like really good food, but then like that food just like shut down or like they just like and it was always like that. It was like Mr. Biggs. Mr. Biggs was cool, but then they kind of fell off. They had Latiques. When we found out about that shit was popping. But then some months came down and that shit started to die down. So that's when we had to really pick up on the things we made. Just trying to give the students like what they wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you create those menus? Those were banging ass menus.
We use Canva.
No, I'm saying like in general, like what was like on the menus.
I don't know. Well, first, like what I'd do is like I'd make some things from my house, and then like my friends would come over and taste things and say, all right, like that's fire. Like you need to put this on there, and like most of those meals, like before that, like they made it to any flyer were just meals that we made in the house. Like they were exclusive to my house. Like, and then with the push from our friends and stuff, they would say, yo, like, yeah, I need to sell this. So
yo, that's fire. Wow.
And that's it.
I would feel mad special, like, yo, put it to the private tasted.
You could ask O lived with me from since like sophomore year. So like he had everything. he tasted everything before anybody even seen it on the flyer. So yeah.
Damn.
The best job in America.
Yo, and we used to be making all types of shit in there. Like all types of shit every other day.
Yo, for some of the people who might not like know, so what are some like your favorite dishes making so people understand what kind of culinary excellence the Sony undergrads was tasting? I
don't even know. Damn.
What was the chicken Alfredo was always a favorite.
Yeah, I think that the jerk Alfredo was definitely like one thing that like popped off. What else? We had like all types of like wing flavors. Like we had like jerk wings. Then like we do like combos of like wings and shrimp, or like shrimp and like all types of shit, like mac. You had rice. Like you had options. So it's not just like one thing. And then like we put out polls and ask like, hey, like what do you guys want to see for next week? And like if it was something like brand new, what we do was just use that like week to like test it out, and then once we feel like we had it down packed, then we just put it out for everybody to taste. And that's it.
That shit was good. The bites I would have for money, but that shit was amazing.
You're mad. Yeah, I forgot at this point. I don't remember what I have and haven't tried.
Well, hey, things got a whole lot better.
Well, okay, so with that, like, what's up with the consistency?
Whole lot better. Well, in terms of like me dropping meals and things like that, my job just takes up the bulk of my time. So I can't cook as much as I would like to. So as of recently, like I've been leaning more towards like catering. So that's been like the bulk of, you know, the things that I've been doing for the past like 4 or 5 months now. Yeah. Like since like the summer ended, that's when I've really been, you know, focused on.
What's your catering bundles like?
It's all based off of like what you want. So like I have like a list of things that you could, you know, choose from like meats to like starches and things like that, and then we'll go based off of like, you know, sizing.
Word.
Yeah.
He was like, wow, good to know that.
Facts.
You know, and if it's and I say if there's something on my menu or if there's something that you want that's not there, like I'm more than willing to like make it too. So like don't just think that you could just pick from what's there. No, like you could pick whatever you want and I'll get it done.
Wow. Shit, now I want to like plan an event
just to get a caterer. Just to get a caterer.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't imagine how Rona has fucked that shit up, bro. Like you know, having those
blessings though that it's, you know, done what it's needed to do for the last 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, but you know, maybe in due time things will really, you know, take off to where they need to be. But we got big plans for, you know, 2021, so stay tuned.
All right. Absolutely. No, I gotta stay tuned to that. So.
Stay tuned.
What ethnicity are you? What's your ethnicity?
I'm Beijing.
Oh, okay. You too.
BIM 246. Yeah. The 246.
All the Bayesians.
All
the Bayesians.
That's it.
Come together.
Let's have that. Okay, so what would you say like Bayesian people make the best? Out of like Caribbean and like dishes.
I need to go to my boy Omar.
A fish cake.
Cause Omar know.
A fish cake.
Yeah, or for a nice fish cake. A
fish
cake. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
You cannot go wrong with a Bayesian fish cake.
You can't go wrong with that.
No other Caribbean island could top that. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't care if you're from Guyana.
Guyana, they come through with the
Trinidad.
Yeah, if not
Jamaica.
The only fish cake I ever liked was my grandmother's. I feel like I never had.
You need to have an authentic Bayesian fish cake.
Never had Bayesian.
Fresh out the oil, like fresh out the oil.
What would you say Trinis make the best?
Roti.
Yeah.
A good roti
Facts.
comes from a Trini.
Exactly.
I could not tell you like I don't think I've had a bad roti from a Trini. Never. Yeah.
Staple.
Yeah, facts.
That's what I need to learn how to cook. Like
that's really what you need to learn how to cook, actually.
Like authentically, bro. Cause I'm so scared, bro. I feel like you gotta cook the curry and like you gotta like.
No, but curry is not that hard. Curry is not that hard.
I'm scared. You fuck somebody's stomach up.
Yo, you can fuck somebody's stomach up.
I think that like people hear like curry and like they think that like because it's such a funny spice that it's like, oh, like you need to tend to all the time. No, like it's not as complex as you may think it is.
Do you cook your curry?
Yeah. That's the first thing you do. But I also take some and I like mix it in like with my meats to like, you know, sit. And then if I need more, then I'll just add more as I go on. But like I don't like pour it like straight out the bag first. No.
Right.
Like I make it into a paste.
Okay.
That way it's like it's more smooth. It's not as, you know, chalky. Yeah.
Wait. You make the curry powder into a paste.
Into a paste.
Right, and then you season your whatever you use, and then you let it in the bag. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Interesting.
Man's really want to learn how to.
That's why I say like, when you cook, it's not that hard. Like it's finding easier ways to use like a complex like product. Yeah. So don't just pour it like and think that all right, boom, like I'll have curry. No. Like,
I'm scared because I don't want to have a bad curry, and I feel like I'm gonna hate it.
I've definitely had like bad curry. Like I've had curry that like made me shit my insides out, like bad curry. But like you learn to like smell and look and say, all right, that looks good. I'm gonna try that, and that don't look like nothing I will consume. Left that where it's at.
Shit at Vivid, that did not look like. That was not something that should have gotten you.
Like I feel like we eat with our eyes first. 100%. So like off rip, if that got me weak. Nah, but like we eat with our eyes first. So like we'll like gravitate towards something that's more like appealing to the eye, rather than like smell and things like that. If that shit look off, 9 times out of 10, it's off. Don't touch it. Especially curry. Like you can't really eat curry from anybody.
Absolutely.
That's literally his like golden motto. He be saying that shit to me all the time. True word.
Yeah,
he be like, "Oh, you can't eat curry from everybody." I'm like, "Okay, I'm like
that shit'll."
I passed Miss Earth. That's one thing I want you to remember. You can't eat curry from everybody.
You can't eat curry.
I'm always gonna remember that. Thank you. I'll always remember that.
Like I think one time I was in like middle school, and I went to a Chinese buffet, and like if they had like curry chicken, like on like display, I'm like, and I'm not knocking y'all, but
because they have their own like they got curry is huge in Asia, the Japanese love curry, I'm like that's a whole different. I never had like Japanese curry or like anything curry based from anywhere other than like,
first curry base I had was like Indian curry, like my Indian homegrown.
Oh yeah.
Curry, like, and I was just like, word.
See,
and
but
then
like
my West Indian friends gave me curry, and I was like,
it's totally different.
I was like, this is not
like it's totally different, but it's still slap.
And they threw me off because it was West Indian. I was like, damn, I don't know my geography like that. I was so confused. I didn't know about the islands. I was so young. I was like, what the fuck going on, bro? And I was like, no. Completely different. Still slaps.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Still slap. That's all I'm
absolutely amazing.
The same. Like, I feel like, okay, my brother is like working on like a project, and he's thinking of like, pitting together like countries who
make the same thing different ways.
Yeah, same thing different ways. So like, if you can see like some islands try to like go at it toe to be the disputed, we make this better. What would the dish be like between like? Do you think of any like islands that make like the same thing, kind of like, or at least like they're close enough that would be interesting?
That's an interesting question.
Facts. I don't know. I think most West Indians make curry. I think I would probably say like the Guyanese, cause like like we say curry chicken, they say chicken curry.
Oh my god.
Chicken curry, and like they stand by like their like shit. Yeah. But like after I got exposed to like how they make their shit, like I think that I took like bits and parts of like how they make theirs and I put it into mine. Yeah. So like I like blended both, and it slaps.
Wow.
Slaps.
No, I never tried chicken
but
curry.
It's not chicken curry though. It's still curry chicken, but
they got it. Yeah. They got goat curry too.
Curry goat.
I really like curry goat. That's like I'm
there you go.
Do you like bus up shot or dal peri more?
Bus up shot off the rib. I don't
look
like,
at him.
Bus up shot.
Come on, hot take. Come on, devil's advocate.
Nice and soft and a little. You don't get that too often. Those sweet pumpkin. Yeah, that's real like.
Only in a curry cube.
Trini.
Like only like if I'm putting them all together. Like, but nah, like Dalpuri's man good.
I don't like the peas. I don't like that grainy shit.
Okay, but it just is so light. Like you wrap.
Nah, I like a bust up shot that's nice, soft, like real flaky, like super flaky, thin. Yeah.
Then I feel like most of the bust
thin and
like
chewy.
Yo, Mallory.
Yeah. Fire.
That's why I asked you what your ethnicity was. I was like, okay, cool. I'm not the only non-Caribbean in the spot. I had to make sure. Yeah. He said I had the first one though. Don't worry.
I had that before. You listen to the Daniel girl put me into it.
Oh God.
I don't know. That shit tough to compete with.
Bro, have you ever had a roti before?
Yeah.
You know that, so that's Dalpuri. Like that lining is like a lot more thin. It's like maybe like it's like peasy.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. I don't like
really
it.
You're not selling it to me.
Bro,
yo, it's not that good. Like you like.
I'm tuned in. I'm tuned in, homie.
I feel like you like have to like be accustomed to like eating that from years and years and years prior. Like you can't just like jump into it and like say like no and then like fall in love with it. That shit is not that good. I'm very sorry. That shit is not that good. It is not.
Yeah, clearly.
Not that good.
Straight slander.
To me, but
fair. I like both. Don't get me wrong. Not to say I don't like Bust Up Shop. Bust Up Shop is mad fucking good.
But which one would you prefer?
I'm probably going Dalpuri, bro. Like if we
you
go,
were real Trini.
Yeah.
You were real Trini though. You like.
Yeah,
you see?
It just slaps.
Yeah.
Like it's just like.
See, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get. I remember like I know it's gonna be like a good like night with my family or like a good like event when someone go pick up the Dalpuri order and just. Mad at them, bro.
It'd be mad at them though.
Like, no one is going through making them shits unless like you selling that shit. Like if you make good Dalpuri, bro, you have a nice business because people
facts.
just come cop from you. That's just a hard ass process to just go through making that shit. I never seen my family make that shit once. Like they always cop it. Like so like I know once the shit come like it's lit. Like you having roti shit is not good.
Facts.
Damn, I'm thinking Dalpuri's like
You was ready with that one.
But you're Trini though, so
that's
like.
so interesting.
You're a little biased.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But I'm no fan. Very sorry. I know it's busting his head because he thought that shit was shit.
It's so delicious. Like
he's just like, wow, how could y'all
he
not?
Thought that shit was fire. You like, yo, this shit slaps.
You could keep it.
Yeah, for real. You
not
can keep
expecting
it.
this. That's crazy.
Yeah. You cannot flex that. I'm sorry.
Y'all tweaking right now, yo.
But you're Trini, bro. So
You're really
like,
alone on the island out there. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Yeah.
you're not a fan of the Dalpuri, bro. Bust up shot, and that's it. Because bust up it's gonna bust you. That's
It's just literally pick up.
You dip,
and that's it.
And that.
But it's just
If I don't put me, it's giving me.
But like
that
is giving pick up and shit falling out.
Fall out the wayside. Like
you can roll a you can't roll a little Dalpuri. Like I'm not.
Nah.
That's mad funny. You're
got it.
I'm confused.
But nah.
Now the logic makes sense. I'm with you on that. Like, your logic is good.
Yeah, but nah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. We don't have to.
No, sorry.
Hey man.
I say they're both delicious. Dalpuri's great.
I only vouch for Trini food because I went to Trinidad.
Bust up shot.
Butcher shot is good. It's great.
Okay, that's how I'm right there. Like,
I'm sorry, but yeah.
He said I would just leave it there because clearly.
Going Dalpuri.
He said, but clearly that's.
I'm going Dalpuri. Like so back and there's more curry and we got bust up shot. Yeah, of course. Like,
but not
off the first take.
Not off the first take. I'm taking bust up shot off the rip. I'm very sorry. That shit could stay.
I think it was funny. I think my dad would choose the same thing too.
Yeah.
He's like my mom is from Tobago and like she's always like Dalpuri, and my dad's from Trinidad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Country ass Tobago.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm cleaning the bus up shot too. It's don't get me wrong, amazing.
But yeah.
Wow, nice. Do like any of you have like clear memory, like a good clear memory, like solid memory of like a staple like meal that was made at a feast?
Like for the fam.
Well, like, I mean, like you had a few. So you had like the stewed chicken. You had the curry chicken. You always had macaroni pie. Always have a white rice and a rice and peas. Always got both.
I'm starving right now.
Yo, I'm thinking about it. I was like,
You always had what else?
Yeah, you definitely having the stewed chicken.
Yeah.
That's
Did you always get in a stewed chicken? A sweet plantain.
That's if they feeling nice that day.
If they feeling like real nice, yeah, you might get like 1, 2, 3 on top of your plate. Like here, go on.
go on.
Go.
Facts.
I'm fucking dead.
Go ass. Go on and do not come back for no more. Yeah.
You want the same answer?
Those were like the basic go-tos. Always. Like always.
I feel like those are go-tos. I feel like for my family too, they made fish.
Oh, fish?
Yeah, someone always just genuinely like fish.
Yeah. My mom made fish like once in a while. Like not like too.
How's Bayesian bake?
All right. Now, the way we make bakes is totally different from how like Trinity's make bakes. So like I would say like your bakes is like meant to like be like filled, right? Ours is just
fry bake.
Yeah. Ours is like, all right, you gonna take some water, some sugar, flour, mix it up, fry it, and like those are like more like I would say flat, chewy, more like those slabs. We usually ate those for breakfast.
Yeah, it come with like
like those and like some tea or like those are some eggs and things. Right. Yeah, but like your bakes are like more like bakes to like.
No, that's fried bake. Oh, but you ever had roast bake, where it's more like it's like flat, but it's baked in the oven, and it comes out like more like a flatbread kinda, and you slice it in half. It's like coconut in it sometimes.
It's new to me. Yeah, cause
I'll have to bring it up. I'll bring the picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's interesting. I love fried bake is mad good. Like you open it, like of course, like historically my family loved to do it for like saltfish, because I went to fish like that. So my grandmother, she would like make me like eggs and bacon on the side and like mix it together and like packed it in for me, bro.
Word.
Yes, bro, this is the best way to eat eggs and bacon.
You're not a fish person?
Yeah, no. Like,
seafood in general or just fish? Like
just fish. Like I'm smell, bro. I'm like, you know, fish in here. Like I don't know. Off that, like shit, and then like going and watching my family, like they'll eat like the whole fish and like they're picking
bones out.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Like
that's fire though.
That's
fire.
You know, like no waste and everything good for you.
Bro, my mom, her favorite part of fish is the head.
Is the head?
Sound like the eyeball, and I cannot.
What? That's me too. What? I'm enjoying that shit out. Shit slaps.
Nah.
Shit slaps.
Nah, my mom can't go wrong with a fish head. Nah, my mom's like, this is the best part. You shitting me?
What? Y'all bugging. That shit's.
Fish had the best part when you got the rest with this.
Yo, for one, like, alright, fish have like cheeks, right?
Yes.
Fish cheeks. Oh my god. Like, whoever said that you can eat them shits, big up to you, cause them shits slap.
The fish cheeks.
Them shits slap. Like them shits slap.
It's getting crispy for me.
See, yeah, that's not us.
Yeah, that's rose bake. Yeah.
I've
Like coconut.
I can't see the picture.
More of like a coconut-y, like.
Huh.
Yeah, it's different. My grandfather used to make those. My grandma used to make the fried ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, the fried ones.
Slap.
Slap.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that recipe too. There's a couple recipes I need to get down for mom dudes before I leave.
Hey, you're not gonna get them.
I definitely no. My mom used to a fire pumpkin bread, like a base of the bread is like she uses like.
Oh, that sound good.
I do sound good.
That sound mad good.
That's not that good.
Hey, bro, you literally she bakes that shit,
good.
and you slice it, butter. That's it, bro. You can eat a whole loaf, just that and butter. No cheese, no, bro. Man, just toast it. Yeah.
Pumpkin bread.
Just like,
That sound good.
yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I like that. No.
We've touched down on our favorite part of the lingo.
Oh, lingo talk with the lingo. All right, so lingo talk with the lingo. We ask every guest to pretty much tell us like what their favorite slang term is from where they're from, and you know you Brooklyn born and raised, so you give us a couple. You could, whatever.
Damn.
Yeah.
Favorite slang?
Always the head crack.
It's
question.
It was always yo because.
Cause everybody gotta sit there like, damn, what the fuck do I be saying?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. You're like, oh, the fuck do I say?
What are some things that you hear? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro.
You're
Nah, but your is just like real, like basic, like they hear that you're from Brooklyn, and you're like dead eyes, like bro, like that's why. I don't know.
I feel like it's the first time I ever heard someone mention your too,
Yeah.
and it's just like,
Yeah, like
and I feel like a lot of people also know like not to say your. It's just like nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, that's kind of basic. Slang term.
I want to hear some Bayesian slang. What is some Bayesian slang?
You could go to Omari for that. Oh, Omari got a plethora for you. Omari got a plethora. A plethora for you. Omari got a plethora.
really?
You said really?
Yo, but it's a lot though, so.
You about to put me on the spot, though?
Yeah, bro, come
Well, he
on,
too.
bro. It's a
I never
lot.
heard
He still
one.
gotta give me something
Or something.
from New
Yeah.
York, so
From New York.
you gotta give me something.
I'm trying to think.
Oh.
Maybe
the most stuck I've seen somebody.
maybe in terms of like New York is like no funny shit.
Yeah.
No funny
Crowd favorite.
Yeah, it is a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so loose. You don't have to. We already got one.
Oh. Bayesian love to say when, like, you're not listening, if sticks break off in your ear. Like, if sticks break off in your ear.
Yeah,
You
like
can't hear.
That really took you, huh? Huh. Wait, so can I get a quid pro quo? Quid pro quo? Can you give me something, Trini?
oh yeah.
I feel like
Because I know a lot, but
for me it's like, I guess it's more of like a title, like a bacanalis. Like
Mhm.
bacanal. I feel like everyone just loves hearing that that word like oh I heard word bacanal from like Brooklyn. And be like Quasi calling me from LA. I'm like, bro, like how the fuck did you hear about that shit? When you're bro, it's family talk. Like it's bacanal. Like and it's just yeah. Like Kames, I love Kames. Like you spreading Kames, like you spreading rumors or like you spreading like news around.
Mm.
Alright. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice, I like that.
You gotta pay attention to the lingo. The lingo is important.
The lingo, always.
That ass. But with that being said, yo, thank y'all for tuning into this episode. Thank you for coming on the show.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
No, for sure. He already told y'all where y'all can find him at. We'll put everything in our descriptions, our captions, etc. But yeah, that being said, y'all, you know me. It's your homie ATM.
And it's your boy O.
And we are the lingo, baby. Thank you for tuning in
2
to,
O's in the spot.
you know, wow, 2 O's in the spot.
Wow.
Thank you for tuning in. Stay up, be easy.
Stay up.
Peace.
Wow.